Hello Magic players, SkyLagger speaking from France, and welcome to my channel where we are discussing and playing some mid-range and control builds so we can learn together and help making our Magic environment a better place by promoting interactive builds. And today we are playing blue-white control in a modern league, so stay tuned! Are you ready to take control of the game? Did I just break it? So round 4 with blue-white control, we are on the play. And this hand is land heavy, but I think I'd rather have a land heavy hand than no land or too few, so let's keep that. If we're playing against an aggro deck, we have this Supreme Verdict to just reset the game, and even if we're a bit late on the playing thing. Okay, so this hand has just gotten so bad. This Field of Ruin will be useful. Okay, Guinea of the Trial. Quite a good draw, good draw. So let's hope that's Eldra Tron and not Tron, because we don't have the hand to fight over Tron here. Ooh, that's blue Tron. Honestly, I don't even know if that's better. Okay, 2-drop, and I think I'm countering that. Let's counter that. We won't have many opportunities to cast this spell snare, so we might as well just cast it now. Let's go for Flooded Strand, fetch, and cast Gideon. And I think that I'd rather make an emblem than plussing here, because we might end up having another Gideon on the field later, or maybe a Gideon Jura. So here we're tapped out, but there's nothing we could have done. I mean, we don't have a very attractive hand here. We have a Path of Exile for a Wormcoil Engine or a Platinum Angel. Ooh, Expedition Map. Expedition Map is rough. So here I'm kind of tempted to blow out this Academy Ruins, but I have to deal with their Tron piece. So let's start by attacking. Let's put some pressure. I would like to draw Vendilion Click here. It would kind of help having a faster clock. Okay, so Field of Ruin. Do I want to do that now? Let's blow out the tower, grab an island, and pass the turn. So let's hope our opponent thinks we have a counter here. Well, we've gotta have some good draws here. But nothing is impossible, right? Nothing's impossible. For the moment, we dodged counterspells. Ooh, an opponent had natural Tron. So this Expedition Map is getting even more scary. Okay, so opponent will have Tron online next turn. Ooh, Spreading Seas is actually a great draw. But I don't think we will be able to cast it. Well, I mean, we'll have the opportunity to cast it, but I don't think it's gonna resolve. Let's attack with Gideon first. Wow, we really lack some counterspells here. As I said, we had a very strong hand against an aggro deck. Yeah, that's Spreading Seas, the mine. At least try, and I think we're getting countered here. No? Interesting. Field of Ruin, well, that's a pretty good draw. So we'll have to deal with this Academy Ruin sooner or later. Are they bouncing my Spreading Seas? Okay, Expedition Map for a tower, which they are gonna play, I guess. Okay, so tower is on the battlefield. And pass the turn. Okay, Ballista for 1. Do I want to path? Do I want to path? I think I want to try at least. Because I don't want them to block my Gideon, and I don't want them to be able to pump their Ballista and kill this Gideon. And if they counter, okay, they don't counter. If they had countered, I could have just played my Verdict here. Plus Field of Ruin. Okay. So they don't want to fetch, and they deal 1 to my Gideon. Fine. Oh, and we drew another path. So the first one felt like free. Still no counterspell though. Still no counterspell. That's kind of unfortunate. Attack. So now we have to dodge. I think that because we can attack with Colonnade plus Gideon next turn, we have to be careful and dodge a Tron pieces, and I don't think we can afford to destroy this Academy Ruin. So let's pass the turn and blow this tower. Okay, so let's see what they discard first. Gemstone Cavern and another Thirst for Knowledge. So let's go after their tower. Because they already have 1 in the graveyard, so they are kind of less likely to draw into 1. And if they decide to tap for something here and maybe cast another Thirst for Knowledge, I think I'm fine with that. Here we only have to dodge a Cairn or a Nugan. I think maybe we can even win. Okay, Snapcaster Mage. Targeting Thirst for Knowledge, I guess. So here I'll have to path. So Thirst. Okay, another tower. That's unfortunate. So here let's path the Snapcaster Mage. This way we can try to attack for 8. That's a bit risky, but we have to go for it. The more we wait, the more they are likely to bounce these Spreading Seas or to assemble another Tron. If we let them tap their mana as they want, and if we are not presenting them threats, they are gonna use this Academy Ruin and get back their expedition maps. Okay, Thirst for Knowledge. Trying to find something. Discarding expedition map and a tower. Which means they only had 1 more tower in their entire deck. So we could have tried to blow their tower. Okay, so I think we want Rest in Peace. I think we want Stony Silence. We want Negate. We want Disdainful Stroke, and we want Dispels. What we don't want is Verdicts. Jace. Gideon is kind of tough. I don't think we want Spell Snare, which is a bit slow. We don't want that many Path of Exile, even though we don't want to cut them entirely. Spreading Seas are good, obviously. Maybe we want only 1 Verdict just in case. Or do we even want 1 Verdict? I don't think we want some Verdicts here. And so we have to cut 1 more card. Ruined Halo. Do I want Ruined Halo? I don't think I want Ruined Halo. I can name Wormcoil Engine, but it's not doing much. So yeah, let's try like this. Oh, and of course, Rejection. I was gonna forget that one. Which means we have to cut 1 more thing. Maybe we cut 1 Gideon. 1 is probably enough to win, because we can't really afford to tap out soon in the match, in the game. We had the opportunity to cast it and it was awesome, but well, we don't have many things to interact here. We have Skenta, we have Gideon, so we have a plan. And they go down to 6. Well, let's try. They go to 6. They go to 6, we have this Gideon early that we may be able to resolve. We may be able to resolve this Askenta. Ooh, opponent is going down to 5. So we have a plan. We have this Path of Exile, which is a bit awkward. Unless they play something. Ooh. Unless they play an early creature. Stony Silence is going to be good. Okay, so let's fetch. Let's grab a Haloed Fountain and Serum Visions. We want to hit some more lands and we want to hit some counter spells. A second Stony Silence is kind of good. I want access to Ceremonious Rejection just in case. I'm very likely to cast this Stony Silence anyway, and because we have to, we can afford to be countered. So we could end up being countered here. Do I want to try? I think we want to try here. We have to go for it, and we have another one. So even if it's countered, we can still do something next turn. Having no counter spells kind of sucks, unfortunately. Okay, so Scry 2. Scry 2 is gonna be quite great. So they went bottom. That's cool. So I think that this hand is questionable. Let me know in the comments if you would have kept it, or if I was a bit too greedy. Maybe I'm just kind of approaching the matchup in a too aggro way. We're very control-ish, so maybe that's not the way it's supposed to be. Oh no! Wow. Rough beats. Ouch. That's unfortunate. Okay, so we've been really punished for casting this Stony Silence. So now we pretty much have to start the beat down, and I think that I'm just gonna slam this Gideon, and I'm not gonna wait and first cast this Askenta. Yeah, I think that casting this Gideon is a better plan. Wow, this Surgical Extraction is gonna hurt. And we drew a land anyway, which is kind of great, but we cannot cast our Gideon. So unfortunately, we will have to settle for Askenta and hope it works. Remand? Sure. The great news is that they only have 2 cards in hand. The bad news is that, okay, so now they have 3. The bad news is that with 3 or 2 cards, they already are fighting really hard. Their cards are very good against ours. Okay, click, which is not really what I wanted. Cryptic Command. Cryptic Command is good, so I think I'm gonna top both. So let's try to resolve our Askenta one more time. Remand again? Oh, come on. Wow, opponent is really fighting. Great plays from our opponent. So next turn I think I'm gonna go for click. Oh, and they nearly have Tron. So let's play Colonnade, put a stop on their draw phase, and try to click them. They know about Ceremonious Rejection, so they will probably play around it anyway, so there's no real reason to keep our land untapped. So they can cast Mindslaver, which is a bit strong against us here. So let's take that. So they had Field of Ruin and another land. I kind of hope here they go after my Colonnade. It doesn't really matter, and I'm not sure that my Cryptic Command will be very good here. So here the race starts, and we can win this race. We can definitely win this race. Yeah. Here, I think I'm just gonna not tap out, or maybe I cast Gideon of the Trials and keep Rejection. Yeah, let's try. I think that's the shot we have to cast this Gideon, which is probably gonna be countered here. Okay, condescend. So I can't pay. Wow, opponent is really fighting. Unfortunately, we are missing on lands, which doesn't help, but opponent is really fighting through our cards. Because they started with only 5, they have 1 or 2 cards in hand each turn, and they really are fighting. Well, I think I still want to fetch for a white source and pass the turn. Okay, no Tron. I don't think I want to path this Snapcaster Mage right now. There's no real use. I want to keep that for a Wormcoil Engine. This way I can keep my rejection for something that matters a bit more. Okay, and Field of Ruin is kind of nice. So let's attack for 1. I don't really mind them having Tron here because I have this rejection plus this cryptic command. Of course I cannot cast both, but I can still go after their lands end of turn. Unfortunately, there's no real shot to cast this Gideon here. I would like to cast it, but yeah, that's kind of impossible here. Crucible of the Worlds. Do I care about Crucible? Do I want to counter with Cryptic Command or not? What are the odds for them to have another? Yeah, let's try to counter draw. Well, I can't. Yes, let's counter draw. Let's try to counter draw. I think here they are baiting my Ceremonious Rejection. Oh, Negate is a great draw. Well, that's a great draw. Which makes me wonder. No, I don't think I path here. Sphinx's Revelation, not bad, not the best. So here I can play Search and keep Rejection plus Negate up. And we're winning this race. Haha. Take that, opponent! Stop playing Tron pieces. That's unfair. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Tron lands. I like the matchups, I like to fight against them, but I have some sort of love-hate relationship with Tron. I like playing against it, but in the same time, I don't like what they are trying to do. I don't like the way they approach the game and the matchup. So here, do I want to go after one of their land? What could happen? I think I want to go after one of their Tron land and fix my mana base. So here I expect them to cast Thirst for Knowledge, which is not a huge deal, of course. I would have been better countering it, but they already have 2 cards. Okay, no, fine. Do I want to put Island in my graveyard? I think I do. Do I? 7 lands. Maybe yes. Let's put that into the graveyard. And let's transform Riskenta and draw Spreading Seas, which is also a great draw. So let's attack for 3. So here we want to have access to at least 3 mana, so we can afford to go after this Urza Tower. And opponent is trying to fight over that. Do I want to counter? Do I want to counter that? Yes, I think I want to try to fight over that. And here, I don't see them countering that. Okay, well, I think we're getting there. Ooh, Dispel is a great draw too. So we are getting down to 5. I don't think that they could play Psionic Blast, but we're kind of safe if they play Psionic Blasts because we're at 5 and not at 4. I may want to path this Snapcaster Mage at a certain point. Maybe next turn. So let's attack. And next turn we have this Colonnade, repeal. And I think I want to fight over that. So no repeal for you. Okay, and let's pass the turn. Do I want to path here? I think I do. Yeah, I don't think I can afford to go that low. Remand. Okay. Well, could they play Psionic Blasts? I don't think they could play Psionic Blasts, but I'm still gonna try to path this Snapcaster Mage. I mean, the upside is really high. If I can win this turn, that's perfect. Well, if I can win next turn. And if they have a way to cast Psionic Blast, or if they have Psionic Blast, that would be just a huge loss. I really don't think they could play Psionic Blast, but you never know. Okay, woo! And we won against Blue Tron. GG's to our opponent, because those were great games. And see you in the 5th and final round. Bye-bye!